We're going three. Welcome to episode 27 of the Mainly Golf Show. I'm Twig, joined by the Sticky Bandits reunited. Marv, God love him, he tried to take on the not got the big match challenge, but he had the meat sweats after plates worked round they were oval feast. Marv, any liver on the plate last week?
No, steak, chicken, plenty of sausage.
Count them, two
Yeah,
fried eggs, three chips, 350, the lot, and then he couldn't breathe by 9 o'clock.
Didn't sit well.
Fortunately, Marv wouldn't have put Rory McIlroy up last week in the Irish Open. I don't think he would have put Rasmus Højgaard up. I don't think he knows who the Højgaard twins are. Bless him, PGA Tour. And right that he is. But there was a place, 5 points each way on Matteo Mannesero. I think at 55s for Hep, fifth of the odds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's say 11. Okay, yeah. So you banked 50. Is that 50 points? Yeah, 5 points each way. Yeah.
It seemed generous, but it was the only person I put up, so I'll claim 5 points each way. Yeah.
In my two selections, Adrian Atege, who was tied second halfway through the round, proceeded to miss birdie puts at 16 and 17 from 10 and 20 feet. I think I wrote in our group chat, just need a birdie 18. Second easiest hole of the course all week. He was to hit his tee shot out of bounds. This was literally before he teed off. Just need a birdie 18 here, lads. Tee shot or B. Okay. Well, yeah, he might sneak a par here, sneak a place. Okay, he's gone into the bushes with his third. He made double, finished tied 14th. But never mind. He was won by Rasmus Højgaard. Marv, you've mentioned this for the best part of 27 episodes now. Rory McIlroy. What's he doing? It's another tournament, and I think he's traded odds on and lost 5 times this year. What's going on with Rory?
I honestly, I think I said this a few weeks ago, but I didn't bring it up on the podcast because I was kind of waiting.
You don't want to be called a hater.
No, I genuinely got to the point where we have to look outside the box potentially. What's wrong? And I think part of me's got to come to the conclusion that he's got to be part on the caddy now. This can't all be McIlroy. The caddy's there for a reason. Otherwise, you know what I mean? McIlroy might as well walk around with his own clubs. So I think he's got to the point where he's got to look at, and it might be his best friend, I don't care, but you ain't won a major, as far as I know, with this guy on the bag.
Sorry to interrupt, Marv. Lowry was really good friends. Remember the old fellow with the grey beard? Caddy for Lowry for about, I think, 9-10 years. He got rid of him 18 months ago. He said, result support, it's just not working. We need a change. And he said, I hate to do it. We'll still remain friends, but it's a business decision. This is my job. This is my livelihood. Do you think Rory has it in him to kind of admit that there is a problem? Because I just don't see him.
Probably not.
No.
You know, I think that, and the longer it goes on, the probably less likely. So no, it probably won't ever. But I think that's where I am with it now. He can't keep making what seems to be the same. You know, he can't bottle it in the same way nearly every time he gets in this position. I don't think it's as bad as the US Open when he failed to make that playoff. Because at least Rasmus actually went out and shot 6 under. But it's you get to the point where it's become. I can't hate on McIlroy. I kind of feel sorry for the guy. Like, it's embarrassing.
It's become a meme, isn't it? Like he should have won the 150th Open Championship at St Andrews. Sky had almost had everything banked on Rory winning. It was embarrassing the verbiage in the commentary box, and then Cam Smith shot 64. Brilliant final round. Attacked a lot of flags, made a lot of birdies. Rory, I think he missed out by 2, and then Cameron Young at eagle 18. Okay, that was 2022. And then last year, another couple of near misses. And then this year, it was against Wyndham Clark, wasn't it? Am I right thinking in the US Open last year? Or was that the PGA? It was US Open.
No, it was US Open.
Should have won that. Should have won that. Again, if you compare it to, if he's a generational talent, as it's claimed, which you think compared to Scotty Scheffler, who's won nine times, 9 times in a calendar year, or Tiger in his peak. They just don't lose those types of tournaments.
Yeah, he's getting to the point where
And the point is, Marv, compared with Tiger, he said he would make his schedule to play places where he plays well at or he's comfortable with. Rory's he's in Northern Ireland, population of like 4 million. He's a hero there. It's like Tiger going to play Bay Hill or go and play in Pebble Beach or Pinehurst, whatever. No excuses.
no, it's Rory, didn't shoot. His best round of the week was Thursday 68. It was
I saw you tweet.
consistently steady.
You
But
can follow him at Mainly Golf Marv if you want to see him troll Twitter accounts.
It's like McIlroy. Look, he'll still win the odd tournament here and there, won't he? Because he'll have a week where his putter works. But otherwise, if he's not clicking on all assets of the game and not clicking, then he feels like he has to just fall in and win. The McIlroy of old would have, after 2 rounds, it'd have been, well, tournament's over.
64, 64, 40, 14 on the park and catch me.
Like,
I'm going to shoot another 12 under the weekend.
Yeah, I think that's it. If you put Scotty in that field, and even if you say Scotty's not the greatest sort of links player, he's going to win that. Surely by 4 or 5, comfortable.
Well, on that point, I think I mentioned, me and Hep talked about this last week, that I said I'd never back Rory ever again. After I think I backed him at Quail Hollow maybe last year, the year before, and he was leading after the first round and played horrendously. I saw him. He had like 110 yards with a pitching wedge or something and made bogey. And I went, right, I'm done. I draw the line now. But he was 30-2 last week. He's even shorter this week at Wentworth for an even better field. A really strong field. A lot of players who aren't playing the President's Cup. By the way, Max Homer, good luck. You'll need it. Under who's captain this week? Is it Jim Furyk?
Yep.
I just sat next week.
Homer's just going to play the singles, right? Put him out there for any.
He should do. But McIlroy's generally 11-2 favourite. Tommy Fleetwood was really short. 10-1. Lowry 12s. Lowry won this a couple of years ago. Adam Scott. Again, if you're backing Adam Scott, he's 11-1 with Ladbrokes. If you're backing Adam Scott thinking that he will win 1 in 12 renewals of this tournament, I would love to play roulette with you and offer you odds accordingly. Aaron Rai 16-1. Again, Aaron Rai made him win on the PGA Tour only because I was on the play who had a 4-shot lead and blew it with a quad bogey. Thank you, Mr. Graserman. Billy Horschel, I think, is a great bet this week. 20-1, won it 3-4 years ago. He's got a great. He loves. You get some Americans coming over to the UK and they kind of begrudge it, or when you get the likes of, dare I say it, like a Scheffler or a Cantlay come in to play links golf for the Open, they don't want to be there, but they kind of feel like they're obliged to. Billy Horschel loves coming to the UK. He gets such a great reception. If you saw him at the Open this year, crowds love him, and Billy's gone through a lot. God love him. He seems a nice guy. Bob Matt Fitzpatrick, Alex Nora, and Rasmus Højgaard. He's not going to go back to back. Matt Wallace, there's more chance of me regrowing hair than Matt Wallace winning this week. Sepp Straka and Ben Ann. You've not been involved in much golf this week because you've been balls deep in rum and cokes. Yeah, quite. Would you be having a punt? I mean, I know that you normally put so much work in, hence why you got nicknamed Stato. Do you have any stats for us this week at all?
No, I do not.
Apart from the hep times pizza plus rum equals weighing scales negative.
A very happy hep. Yeah, no.
4XL, yeah.
That was going in weight.
I think, fighting weight, yeah.
Yeah, for the old hoping for the bulimic strategy to have worked. A few TCs along the way for the.
Well, that's why you got the name Freddie, yeah. By the way, I tried to get the boy called Freddie, and he got a big veto. My two that I really liked were Francis, call him Frankie, and Freddie. I'm like, absolutely not. But Freddie Milner sounds like he's going to be a fast bowler for Yorkshire. Alexander Bit, fair enough.
I won't take any credit. Yeah, didn't watch any of the end of last week, so can't really comment on McIlroy. I agree with everything that you guys were saying. I'm not touching anybody.
Marv, you reckon Hep says that in all these meetings? Goes on mute for 20 minutes. I agree with everything you were saying there. Turn video off.
That's what my tactic is exactly.
Yeah, I concur.
I agree with Julian and Rebecca. I think they make excellent points, and I won't disagree with any of them.
Next.
I'll take my 90 grand a year, thanks. Ah, yes.
Yeah, I agree.
Go on, Hep.
You gotta do it. So tell us something about this course then, Milner. I mean, I've obviously heard of Wentworth.
I think this might be one of your Pete Dye. I think it's a Pete Dye. It's either Pete Dye or Jack Nicklaus. One of them they tried to make it very straighter because it was too easy, right? You see, go back to I'm sure McIlroy here, but when McIlroy won this in 2014, it was like 20 under, too soft. It's still quite easy in terms of scores. I'm pretty sure the winning scores are around, say, 16, 17, but it gets, when they're going around, without going very Tiger, it gets really tough at weekends. And yeah, you've got to find a lot of fairways, make a lot of greens. They've made it so that the hazards are more hazardous, if that makes sense. The big difference for watching last week at the Irish Open, if people are in bunkers, they were having to just chip out. All right, if they're in the really thick rough, right, they're just gonna have to try and get it back on the fairway, which I love, and it's which you don't see on the PGA Tour, which I fucking despise. And you get the winning score being 24 under. I've got no interest in it. But the thing is, then you've got to try and place. If you look at the people at the head of the market, McIlroy is McIlroy, and he for his talent, he should be favourite. But the likes of Fleetwood, Lowry, Scott, you got that Wright, Herschel, even McIntyre, Fitzpatrick. In my head, they're quite clever golfers in terms of how they play the game, and they're quite, course management, right? None of them seem really stupid. I don't remember seeing Lowry making really stupid errors, or someone like a Fitzpatrick or a Horschel. They play the game quite well. Seeing Horschel actually having to chip out at the Open and just take a bogey and just deal with it. So you don't see big shocks of people who are idiots winning the tournament, basically, and I wouldn't be prone to look elsewhere. Someone like, again, the two I like, I mentioned before, Horschel, who won this a few years ago, he played really well to win, and I was really annoyed because I really fancied him before the final round. He's like 11-2, 6-1. Left me alone. He played such a clever game of golf. He made like 5-6 under. And Mattheu Pavon, who he doesn't get any love because he's a French guy, right? Nobody likes French people in general. He's half Spanish, so he gets away with it. But he's had his first season on tour in the across the pond in America, and he's played really well. You know, he actually won on tour. People forget about it. I think, did he win at Pebble Beach? No, Wyndham Clark won at Pebble Beach. He won at Torrey Pines, but he's played so well for someone who's a rookie, and I think the confidence he has. But he's a very guy. He's very much a player, very straight. Will make a lot of greens, a lot of fairways, and do nothing flashy, and that's kind of what you need around here. Pavon 70-1 8 places is obscene. I can't stress that is one of the worst prices I've seen all season. If you were a recreational guy who listens to this, one of our 8 followers, back Pavon this week, I'd be astounded if he didn't shorten. Yeah, I'm not saying he's gonna win, but that's the wrong price. Wrong price for me. But 2 for me this week: Horschel, King Billy, and Mattheu Pavon. That good enough?
My first one, I'm going to go
good
Jordan Smith at 55s.
Fucking Jordan Smith. He's got no chance.
Last 3 results: T12, T12, T7 last week at the Open. Very consistent.
It was the Irish Open last week. Did you watch him 2 weeks ago?
Said the Irish Open.
He was second with 27 holes left, completely collapsed.
Yeah, then he pulled it back in round 4. T12's not a bad finish.
Yeah, well, fucking backdoor top 10, maybe.
No, he
top
played
12,
8 places. Yeah, nearly getting there. But 55, yeah, I think 55 is a fair price for him. He always seems to want with the limited DP reviews I do. He always seems to be up there. So he'll be my first pin.
We're gonna have to lose the name Stato, Marv. He's done no stats for this. I'm sorry, but I mean,
DP,
you know what I mean? It's like,
Can we put a message out if anybody wants to be
fucking
the new
disclaimer.
Stato?
To be fair, I haven't done any stats since episode
Message
2.
Twig. message Twig on X, and put your CV in, and there's a position vacant.
I'll admit I've been coasting on that for the last 25 episodes.
I've been coasting since Keith Mitchell, 175 to 200 yards.
Got to make a first impression, Mark, and then you can just sit back and agree. Like,
to be fair, it would have been probably the greatest stat ever because he didn't nearly win that week or the week after.
Approach play, yeah. Second shot, 775
he was
yards.
leading after 3 rounds, and then his arse fell out.
Did you? I mean, you had the option to cash out, right? Did you?
No, you never cash out.
Never cash out. Yeah. No, you actually never win Hep either. You know what I mean? At least some of us actually tipped up winners this year.
Yeah, but no one's going to ever record any of these results. We'll start again next season when the Sony Open kicks off.
When Quiff finally sacked me, I will have time in my
keep
hands.
a spreadsheet.
Well, I suppose I was going to send kid. I don't have any time. I'm going to hire an assistant, hire an intern.
When season 2 starts,
find an Indian guy on
keep a
Fiverr.
spreadsheet.
Exactly. Like if we have a few more winners, it kind of encourages. If we have a few more winners, it kind of encourages to actually record it. Like, but until then, yeah. When Mattheu Pavon wins this week,
listen to these 25 hours of nonsense and note down the losers.
He's getting paid $4 an hour, and he will like it. Marv, your tips? My tip for you, a bit of just for them, Marv. Just on the beard. Just on the corners.
It probably needs a shave, really, to be honest.
The head or the beard?
The beard, just so it doesn't look as grey then. Because the one thing I will say that I thought was interesting is there are a couple of President's Cup players in the field. Now, the President's Cup, obviously, the week after. No, we've got Byung Hun An, Siwoo Kim. I thought I even noticed somebody else in the list, but there might only be 2.
He's playing, right?
Who are you saying, Milner?
Scotty. Adam Scott.
Yeah, but I thought, sorry, I was looking, I thought there was someone else as well.
Ben and Siwoo Kim, yeah.
It might only be 3 in total, but I thought it interesting that
Billy hasn't been picked, right? Am I?
No, yeah, I had a look. He didn't get
that.
You're obsessed with Billy.
I think he's such a good player, man. Honestly, he should have won the Open this year. Awful last round. He's supposed to let him down that last round, but I like stories behind players, right? He took 9 months off because his wife's an alcoholic. Like, I think got 4 kids. Fair play to the man.
Yeah, but just because obviously, if they play the I was interrupted. If they play the full 4 rounds, then obviously then they have to fly potentially Monday, I guess, back to Canada.
Those Koreans are very hard workers, I'm off.
Well, just get ready for the President's Cup, and then the President's Cup starts on a Thursday. It's not like a Ryder Cup; they have an extra day. They play, I think, the same format, but they don't play morning, afternoon on Friday. They play 1 round effectively on the Thursday, 1 round on Friday. So the opening ceremony will be the Wednesday. So if you're one of these players, like, why are you really here this week? I mean, to be honest, I just thought it was very interesting that they effectively have to quickly hop on a plane, especially if they play 4 rounds, to Canada, then get prepared for that. There's no, yeah.
Okay, they'll finish playing say Sunday evening at 8:00, which is say 1:00 US time. They get on a flight, private jet, probably for the 3 of them. They arrive in America. They arrive back in Canada about midnight. Okay, sleep. If they haven't slept already, they'll probably stay awake, right? Adrenaline. Say someone's played well, and then you've got a day to get rid of the jet lag, and they're professional. They're used to this like time travel stuff.
Well, I just think they wouldn't be doing it if it was a major. So I just think I'm just surprised. It's particularly that it's a team competition, and I don't unless there's some other contract, some sponsor, whatever. I just thought it was interesting that
But I mean,
there's
potentially,
three of
like
them
there were
because those are predominantly they play in America, don't they? So it's not as if they are based usually in Europe, and they've come from America.
Ben Ann's a former winner of this event.
I see it to a point, but I'm just surprised.
What do you mean you see it? It's a
If
fact.
I
Ben
look,
Ann
if I
won this
was
in
if I was
2015,
Mike, if I was Mike Weir, I would be saying, you're playing the BMW Championship. You ain't on my fucking team. Quite frankly,
I mean, first of all,
that's
you're not my weir, and second of all, it's. Did you see? There's an interview with Wyndham Clark, and he said like when he played in the Ryder Cup last year, he said I'd had no real practice. He goes, I feel like I'm best playing week up until the Ryder Cup. And I think that's what these players presumably think, right? It's best to get reps under your belt. Even if they go out Mizuko, it's 2 rounds playing it at a tough
I
course.
know, but I just think that I could understand it more if it was in a singles competition to singles competition. I just think it's because it's a team environment. I think there's far more importance of building that team bond for a few days before the team. Do you know what I mean?
Bond. What the fuck?
So
If I was honestly team bond,
if I was the captain, I wouldn't like it. I certainly wouldn't want any players jetting in on a Sunday night or onto Monday. Couple of like, just don't think it works. I want everyone there fresh, ready to go. Probably at the weekend, ready for that week coming up. If you value the President's Cup as much as, but maybe they don't. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, let's leave it there.
So who have you tipped up? Like, I mean, you just mentioned like for 5 minutes.
I've told you 3 people not to select.
You said you hate Koreans and you hate Mike Weir and
Australians.
It's not hate. It's just I don't think that
we all hate Australians. Like,
think they got no chance.
I mean, I love Oxy John, but he's actually mad.
I think that I suppose the part of the problem is the DP World Tour. They ain't going to care about the President's Cup, so there's not going to be this would never happen with the Ryder Cup, would it? There'd be never a big event potentially allocated the week before. I don't think so. In terms of selections,
look at that face.
Like who are these people? Like Guido Migliozzi.
Okay, Migliozzi. He won the French Open last 2 years ago at the Ryder Cup venue. Oh my god! So
I tell you what, I'm going to pick.
So there's going to be 2 adverts on LinkedIn. One for Stato, one for somebody who actually understands golf.
Well, they ain't going to be it for comedy. I'll always bring that. Tell you what, here we go. He finished 4th last week.
Can they bring a meme coin for us as well? You know,
he finished 4th last week with a fantastic 66 in round 4.
Did he? Guido?
Yeah. No, not him. No. Daniel Brown.
No, I'm sorry. You're only tipping up because you like the name. No, I can't have
He finished 4th last week.
Yeah.
He finished 4th last week. He's 125 to 1.
Yeah, because he finished with the last round 64 against McIlroy, Højgaard, and Mannesero. He's never going to win.
Did he finish top 10 in the Open?
I don't know. Did he? You're tipping you up.
He was leading after 3 rounds, wasn't he? Or
was he didn't win, did he?
Hey, you don't need to win at 125 to 1.
He didn't lead the. He didn't lead the.
He roundabout because
he double 18. And Laura Davis was saying it's actually probably better for him that he doubled 18 because now he's going into the final round with no pressure. Yeah, but he's 2 shots worse, Laura. Yeah, it don't matter. I'd prefer him being 500 than 700. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, okay, he's the long shot. I will go over shorter price for the main selection, because this guy did finish tied 10th last year.
Oh my god, imagine people actually follow these tips. Jesus Christ. Actually said like, oh yeah, look at these 2. These people like if you're following this podcast and there's all 7 of you, we've lost 1 from 8 to 7 now. Don't listen to Heb and Marv. They're just picking random people on the fly.
Oi, got players last week. What are you?
Look, I'm sorry.
Listen
to Twig, who is a DP World Tour connoisseur, and fancies Mattheu Pavon, Billy Horschel, And people like
Leave it.
Adrian Ortega, Jorge Campillo, Richard Ramsey, but Marv has no idea who any of these people are. Marv, who's Roman Langasque?
Who cares?
French.
Who the fuck is this Roman guy?
Roman Langasque, the French Dominic Dale.
I'm going to chuck out my second pick. I'm going to the other Fitzpatrick for my second pick.
Okay, Fitzy
So
did really well last year.
Hep's tipping Fitzpatrick. So just so he's got 2 shots.
I got
tipping him based on the genes, yeah.
Jordan Smith. They're my 2.
Right,
Guaranteed.
We've got 3 minutes left. Give me the points breakdown.
Well, just 2.5 each way, standard.
And the prices?
55s, probably 50s for Smith, 8 places, and Fitzpatrick 60 with 50.
Probably 50s, which means it's 50s.
Well,
right?
he's 50 on Sky Bet, and they're 8 places. I'm not to check it.
Can you get on with Sky Bet?
I can't, no.
You can fucking deposit limits are awful. They're worse than mine. Marv, so you're 2. You've backed some fish. You put Guido Migliotti.
Guido.
We see, look. To be fair,
just Dan Brown. He wrote the Da Vinci Code, and now he's playing golf.
But Mannesero, the way he's come back this year, is he going to win a bigger event?
Not when I looked at him 2 weeks ago and he missed the cut. Oh, yes.
So, you could throw him in it. I'm not going Sepp Stracker.
Marv, Mannesero is a former winner here.
Yeah, I'm going Mannesero, generally 33s, and Daniel Brown.
Back from last week.
And Daniel Brown's 125, so I think it'll be, what's that about? Call it 3.5 each way and 1.5 each way.
Okay, Mannesero isn't going to win this week. I'll lay that bet myself if you want. I'll offer you a better price if you want, Marv. Matteo Mannesero is not going to win at Wentworth.
Get your bets on him, everyone. We know what's going to happen.
I really hope he wins. So I click this up and I look like a cunt.
It's
great. Yeah, if he wins now, this is great content for the podcast.
Yeah. You do it topless as well if he wins. Do topless now. There we go.
Look at those delts. God, I'm hairy than Marv. I was going to say I'm hairy than Marv. That's not possible, is it? I mean, Marv's face. Okay, I'll take what's wrong with you.
Looking at you.
Just looking down the list of
Used to
anybody
be like
else.
when he used to see you eating cheese off the floor, Hep, like, what the fuck is wrong with Hep? Sort yourself out.
No, I think I'm going to close out checker down.
By the way, that the second boy is unbelievably ginger. Like, it's ridiculous.
Oh, since you were mad at what you expect.
I know. So he's going to get lots of freckles. Poor thing. Anyway, for my breakdown, I'm going to go 3 points each way, Horschel at 20s, and 2 points each way, Pavon at 70s. Both 8 places. Pavon will finish top 20. Guaranteed. If you're going to bet this week.
But that in top 20 doesn't necessarily mean a return.
Yeah, but people might want to back him top 20. I'm not going to tip it up, but he will finish top 20.
Is there any bookies offering top 20 odds?
Mav, I've got 45 seconds because you're a fish and you take too long to get involved. Hep will put this on his socials. He's not tweeted in 4 weeks. Mendigolf Hep.
4 weeks, about 4 months.
You can follow him, the troll, at Mendigolf Marv.